and Mirrors. This episode is brought to you by the winter solstice. It's getting darker and darker and darker, and we're just gonna keep fighting for a way to feel alive. Winter solstice. Here's a song. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Bam, 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 bam. They're all suicidal. There is no denial that we're all in fear. And now here they are, your invenerable host, Carlos Kareem Wyndham. Give it up now. Hey! Out of order, that's okay. We're still here. What is going on? And welcome to the very first annual? Christ. We'll see. Holiday spectacular here at Smoke and Mirrors. What's going on with you there, Court? We see you there. What's going on? So very excited. So many holidaysical things to talk about today. And we are going to get all up in it. Girl, stop. You know I do look amazing. You better shut your mouth right now. Come on, stop it. Okay, here we go. Let's get into some shit. Right. You know what? It's the holidays, and there is still time for holiday gift getting. If you are in need of doing some of that, and what you could do is you could go ahead and purchase yourself an album, huh? You need your stocking stuffed. The way to do that would be to go to Bandcamp, and what you're going to purchase is that right there. It's And We Ride. That is an album that features my very own self, along with a stable of musicians who are of the top caliber. Joshua, go ahead and cut that, okay? All right. Top caliber musicians making a record. And guess what? At the end of this program, I am going to offer you a little sneak preview as to what we do celebrating this here winter in America. Can you guess what song it's going to be? Hey! This is Smoke and Mirrors. Do you like what we do here? Well, there are so many ways you could support. If you are on YouTube, you could like, you could subscribe, you could leave a comment. If you are on Facebook, you could like, you could share, and you could certainly leave a comment. Would love to see you here. Do see some people here now. If you absolutely love it, and you want to drop a little change on it, you could do that in 3 different places. You could do the Venmo at Carlos-Wyndham, Cash App, $CK Wyndham, PayPal /me.CK Wyndham if you wanted to drop just a simple 5 on it and not have to make a full commitment. If you are somebody who feels like, well, this is something that we really dig, and I do in fact want to make a full commitment, I want to become a patron of the arts, you can do that. You can do that at the Patreon at Smoke and Mirrors CCB. Some folks who have done are Ruthie, Erica, Amber, Aaron, Seth, Lisa, Renice, Kristen. I did that backwards. Renice and Kristen. Michael, Natalie, Tarika, Tracy, Venus, Jen, Tink, Joe, Kelly, and Anonymous. Those are all people, individuals, groupuses who have decided that they were here for the get down. If you want to get here for the get down too, then it is certainly possible, certainly feasible, and we would love to have you get down too. Well, first and foremost, let's just acknowledge that I am in fact serving some Hugh Huffman fabulosity for Christmas. Little cross between Little Richard and got a little thing, and it's green and it's red and it's some aminals on my shirt. Fucks, get them. Get them while they're hot. Suck back those hot fucks. Anyway, it's as good as Nog. It's as good as Nog. It is the season of Nog, and it is the season for so many things. And this is the Smoke and Mirrors Holiday Spectacular. We are going to celebrate so many different holidays. I know it looks like I only am doing one in particular right now, but that's just because I am. That's only in the right now. Let's talk about all the other things that are going on. One of the things that I'm doing is trying to bring myself a little bit of Christmas cheer, as I do every year, by making it sparklier than it needs to be. If I do that, it sort of tricks me into thinking that maybe it's not that depressing, that it is nearly pitch black at 3 in the afternoon in Portland these days, and up and through the 21st, it will be that. And like it's really like I'm at an all-night, all-day disco, and that maybe I'm out with people and at a wonderful Christmas party where things went so well that something happened that I got more than just a ball in my face. Today, though, of course, I'm sure you will know, is again, we are wrapping out and wrapping up Hanukkah, celebration of lights. And so want to shout out to all of the children of Israel, and big up to you, especially Sammy Davis Jr., Whoopi Goldberg, and of course Lenny Kravitz. Happy Hanukkah. Also, other things that are happening, and I want to apologize in advance to those who I completely fucked off. The Austrians here under the philosopher's tree with us. I'm sorry, I missed the celebration of Krampus that was on December 5th. You know, Krampus, the other half of St. Nicholas, who goes to children's houses and smashes their feet with a twitch and until they bleed, and evidently licks little boys' heads and tickles their ears. Seems problematic for a couple of reasons these days. But anyway, I'm sorry to the Austrians that I missed Krampus. Yeah, let's acknowledge that for the seasonally affected, the darkness outside and Krampus inside are not. You don't need either of those things in your life. You just don't. Well, Krampus is not the only thing happening, and I do want to acknowledge that as well. As you can see before you, past I've broken through the realms of the types of Santas and move right past Black Santa and into sexy Black Santa. Black Santa, who, as we all know, is the only Santa. It's not everybody's thing. It's not everybody's thing to get into the holiday season and trying to move through this period that we're in terms of the solstice and leading up toward it on the 21st. Excuse I. I and I. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It came into my head just then. There are many other things that are happening that have very little to do with Christmas at all. And I know that there are reasons that we don't love it. It seems that Christmas has taken over the entire globe. And how did it do that? Who the fuck knows? Couldn't even begin to say. Couldn't have anything to do with the hyper-consumerism of it all. I'll bet it is, but there are other things happening right now that are going to be great ways to celebrate the solstice coming up, and perhaps some of these from around the world will resonate with you just a little bit more. In New Zealand, coming up on the solstice, it is going to be Chinese New Year. Just a bit earlier than it is here in the United States, and strangely not at the same time as in China. What? Anyway, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna set off lanterns, and they're gonna try this year to put more lanterns in the sky than have ever been put in the sky before for this celebration. That will be dope as shit. So that's gonna be happening. Also, white people, I'll be out at Stonehenge doing whatever white people do at Stonehenge. They do that at the solstices, which is a way to remember that this time of year, again, for those who don't want to celebrate any of the things that have become associated with Christianity, which is weird flex, you don't need to, because it's really just about the solstice stuff. There were Druid ways to do it. We can we'll look around at other things around the world that are ways to celebrate right now as well. Dongji is a wonderful celebration. It's one where you get dumplings. Huh? Come on, dumplings! What's a better way to celebrate the sun coming back than eating dumplings? Another one is, of course, Toji, which I am saying very wrongly. But if you practice that, then you get to have a warm citrus bath. See the citrus. Look at it. It looks like little suns in the bath, bringing back the warmth. And you get to have a squash dish, a spicy squash dish. Again, the yellow orb looking like the sun, the return of the sun that has been initiated after the 21st. More celebrations. So many ways to celebrate. Here's a celebration. You know what? I'm going to back up for a second. I say things like screet and other things in substitute letters all the time for funzos. And when I just did it there, it ended up sounding terribly, terribly racist. I'm going to go ahead and say, Joshua, we'll cut that out, right? Okay. More celebrations. You have to be culturally specific when you're going to be substituting R's for consonants, or you too can be the accidental racist. Well, we didn't do an accidental racist this week, so I guess I'm it. Sorry. Also, for those of you, me, who are born of the heritage of the Hopi Zuni people of the Arizona, New Mexico, Four Corners region, it is the time to celebrate. I'm going to say wrong. I'm going to look up close. I'm still going to say it wrong. Shai Taco. That's okay, listen. So I'm going to say this in my defense. This time, it's actually my culture and heritage. And so the white supremacy is mostly impacting me right there with that pronunciation. I really wish that I could see better in these dark glasses right now. Didn't think this all the way through. In South Dakota, this is not to be confused, though, with the people of South Dakota who are right now practicing soyai, which same people, Hopi Dene people. We were called Zuni, actually, by the Spanish and some other settler colonialist folk who showed up in New Mexico. Also maybe moved some folks, divided some lands, did some other things. Anyway, we're all going to be, myself and my cousins and uncles in South and North Dakota, we'll all be celebrating together, doing the dances that are most necessary to bring the sun back What I'm saying is it's global. This is not exclusive to anyone. And for the African Americans among us, we got Kwanzaa coming soon after. It's a few days after solstice. It's the 26th. Who doesn't love a Kwanzaa? The redheaded stepchild of Christmas and Hanukkah, brought to you by an FBI agent working undercover to bring more of the black nationalists to light through a black nationalist holiday celebration. Ujoma unity, which I still love Kwanzaa. You can't take Kwanzaa from me. You may have thought you were going to invent something that was going to be a tool for white supremacy and it was going to work to really distract us and rip us all apart. Guess what? Didn't work, dickhead. Because anytime black people and African people get a hold of something that is good for us, we can squeeze all of the good and the joy out of it and reclaim it and take it back. And we did it with this holiday too. So fuck you, my nigga. We got it back. What else are we celebrating? Listen, I know Kwanzaites, Kwanzakins, Kwanzakles, I know folks from the celebrations across the globe that we have discussed throughout who are not here for the Christmas because of the rampant, disgusting, gross capitalism that's involved with all of it. And it is gross. It is rank and bass. That's the animation folks who made these. They were called Rankin Bass specials. Anyway, so these are some of them. Did you know Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, that reindeer with the shiny nose, who we know is the reason it taught us that you can too be accepted by your peers, provided that your disability is something that will benefit them or their economic gains. That these stories were a way to get children to go to Sears and Roebuck with their parents. Damn it. Is there anything good in this season? It's the most wonderful time. Well, listen, here's the thing though, that we mustn't forget is that there is always Santa, and that you can't fuck with Santa, right? It is based on St. Nicholas. Well, based on St. Nicholas, and then somewhere around the 1940s and 50s, 20s to 50s, they started shoving Santa into red and white suits, because Coca-Cola was that. Have you noticed that those are the Coca-Cola colors? Well, Coca-Cola did. And so rather than having St. Nicholas to appear in green still, moved Santa to the red and white that we now know. So that's also a thing that happened. Oh boy. The St. Nicholas, right? In green very often, sometimes in white with the red. Seen here. This is from Amsterdam. The Dutch celebrating Christmas with their along with St. Nicholas, their other favorite holiday character, Black Peter. The Dutch like to celebrate Christmas by running around in blackface. Okay. Well, that is kind of seems like they no matter what what the season or time of year, they just figure out a way to shove some extra racism into everything, innit? Man. Well, hey, it's I have really enjoyed and continue to enjoy the time that you and I get to spend together. So that's a Christmas treat. That's a holiday, winter solstice, Kwanzaa, all the other celebrations that I mispronounced so voraciously that I'm not even going to attempt to say them again now. Treat. Let's light a thing before we leave today, and one more thing. We'll just have a little hit, one more before we leave each other for the holiday. The solstice is right around the corner. It's going to be happening on the 21st, and then well, right after that is Christmas, and well, hell, right after that's Kwaanzaa, and I don't see a good reason that I shouldn't be back with you again for that too. So fuck it. Let's come back Kwanzaa time, and we'll come back then. That'll be good. There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found. For when they placed it on his head, he got some lice on his head. Oh, thank you so much for joining us here for another Smoke and Mirrors. Hey, you know what? Stay around for an extra 2 minutes after this. There's a holiday treat coming for you if you hang around. For the dum-dums who already disappeared, they're going to miss it. Coal in their stockings. Do you like what we do here? Guess what? Go ahead and see us at the IG Smoke and Mirrors. CCB. That is for the comedy. That is for the culture. That is for the blackness. You can also check us out at Twitter. Twitter at Caballo Negrito. Check us out there. Why not? And also, I don't know. Check us out at the Gmail. Sure. Yes. Smoke and Mirrors, CCB, Comedy, Culture, and Blackness at gmail.com. Hey, we're going to see you back again here post Kwanzaa. This is a thing in an event, a live stream, whatever that is produced and hosted, a holiday spectacular by myself, Carlos Kareem Wyndham. This is also produced by the one and only Tracy Tatamy. Thank you so much for spending some time. Please do take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Do not go outside. If you do go outside, wear a mask when you come back inside. Wash your hands before you squeeze your loved ones, even if your loved ones are only yourself or your jingle bells. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Why? Because we love you and we'd love to see you back again here after Christmas. We love you. Bye-bye. Here's a Christmas treat. Holiday treat? Maybe. Holiday treat's trying to say he doesn't want to show up. Wow. That's a good time. That's a good time. Saying no. Doesn't want to do it. I don't know what's going on. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll come back and we'll have maybe we'll have a holiday treat on Christmas. Maybe we'll do it like that. Joshua, let me tell you something. If you embarrass me like this again, you are not coming back in 2021. Do you understand? What? What do you mean the microphone's still on? Oh, dear Lord. I love you. I love you. I mean, Joshua. Okay. All right. That's okay. Boy. I love you. I mean, everybody. Okay. Happy holidays. Bye-bye.